Alright, so let's talk about how you can get 2 gliders absolutely free. So first of all, this is what they look like. You can see the one on the left is more of a futuristic type glider. The one on the right is an umbrella glider. I love those. Now before you click off this video, I am fairly confident that even the worst of the worst players can succeed in getting both of these gliders. So don't be scared that these are in ranked. Normally, if something's in ranked, yeah, it's frustrating. All the sweaty people are in there. They're almost impossible to win. And in particular, of course, I'm referring to skins, because a lot of the upcoming skins have cups, and even a good player can sometimes not win them because they're so sweaty. But these 2 gliders, based on everything I'm about to tell you and from what I've read, should be winnable for everyone, provided you take the time to at least try. So as you can see from the in-game news feed here, it says compete in tournaments against other players of your rank pool. Earn at least 75 points in any session from November 10th through the 12th to earn the competitor's Skyblades. That's the one on the left. And then it says, and earn at least 75 points in any session from November 24th through the 26th to win the competitor's time Brella. And that's the one on the right. So there's a lot to discuss here. There's multiple dates, there's multiple game modes, and there's multiple ways to win, so to speak. So let's go to the official competitive blog post to read about these ranked cups and get some more details. So here's what it says. This season, we're introducing ranked cups. Players will have the opportunity to play as a squad, as a duo, or go solo against other competitors of the same rank pool, in both Battle Royale and Zero Build. For the duos and squads competitions, we are opening up the option to queue as a solo fill player, so you can be match made with other solo fill players. Now the next part is pretty much identical to what we read in the newsfeed, except for the last line. So it says, these gliders have dynamic designs showcasing the color of the highest rank you've reached this season. So what you're looking at right here is just the default design. The higher the rank you are, this season of course, then apparently these gliders will both change. I have no idea how they're going to change based on rank, but we do know 100% sure that they will have a dynamic design based on your final rank. So here's the interesting part. It says for the duos and squads sessions, make sure your pre-made team is all within the same pool. For clarity, this means the following rank tiers will need to be reached individually or by all members of the team in ranked to enter each session. Each tournament session will be broken out in the following pools: bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, champion, elite, and unreal. So as far as I know, this is the first time they've ever done this. And what that means is if you're a bad player, you are going to be paired with all bad players. And of course, I don't mean that in a negative way, but obviously bronze is the lowest rank. So if you're bronze, chances are you're not as good as someone in the diamond division, for example. So if you're a bronze player, every single person in your cup is going to be bronze as well. So that right there, it gives you a fighting chance. If you're not the best player, you should be paired against like skilled players. And that's the biggest part of the problem. In these cups, normally all the sweats are mixed in with all the average to below average players. So obviously we get bamboozled and destroyed, and all the good players end up winning. Well, not this time, because if you're in Diamond, Champion, Elite, or Unreal, you're going to be playing against those people in these ranked cups. So that part's amazing. But in addition, there's several options. So normally with these cups, it's either solos, or it's duos, or it's trios, or it's squads, and that's it. This time, they got something for everyone. There's solo cups in both build and zero build. There's duo cups. There's squad cups. So if you don't have a team, you can do the solo ones. If you only want to do a team one, you can do the duos or squads. There's something for everyone. But just remember, everyone has to be the same rank on your team or it won't let you compete. You can't have a bronze player and an Unreal player and then go into the Duos Cup. That will not work. They both either have to be bronze or they both either have to be Unreal. You have to be the same rank. Okay, so let's take a look at the schedule. This can be a little confusing because they broke it up in regions, but you can see the different regions in brackets. For example, ME stands for Middle East. There's Asia, Oceania, Europe, Brazil, and then North America. So take a look at the dates and take a look at the region you're in. So technically things start tomorrow, November 9th, but that's only for the Middle East because they're in such a time zone ahead of us. For everyone in the USA, the Solo Cups start Friday, November 10th. And that's both zero build and normal builds. Now for the Duos Cups, for the Middle East at least, they start on the 10th as well. But for everyone in America and all the other regions, they start on the 11th. So the Middle East is always one day ahead of everybody. Same thing for squads. Of course, Middle East starts a day before, November 11th. And for everyone else, they start November 12th. So pretty much from November 9th until the 12th, that's when you can win the Competitors Skyblades glider. That's the futuristic looking one. And then from November 23rd until the 26th, that's when you can win the actual umbrella one. So that is Thanksgiving and Black Friday, and most of you might be busy some of these days. So just take a look at these dates and plan accordingly. We'll look at the times in just a second. But you can see the Solo Cup for Middle East starts on November 23rd. And then Black Friday, November 24th, that's for America and all the other regions. Again, we start with solos. Then we go to duos on the 25th and squads on the 26th. Okay, so now that you know how they're doing it, aka they're breaking it down by your rank, and when they're doing it, let's take a look at some more important details here. So if you go to the Compete tab, you can see everything. The Platinum rank, the Silver rank, the Gold rank. You have to know what your rank is and click into the appropriate one. I'm sure if you're a Bronze rank, it's not going to allow you to go into the Gold one. But obviously I can't test that right now because it's not live. Now this is the best part and why I said that everyone should be able to win this, because it outlines all that you have to do. So you can see that you only need 75 points. Normally for these cups, you got to do exponentially well. I'm talking hundreds of points in order to get the skins normally. This one's just for a glider and you only need 75. That's it. 75 points. So you can see the scoring in some horrible color scheme there. It's like some lime green. That's hurtful on the eyes right there. But 65 for a win. Second place is 55. Third place is 48. All the way down until 75th place. That's 2 points if you come in 75th. And you also get 2 points per limb. So the scoring sounds pretty fair. 75 points. But it's the time that's going to make this great for everyone. Normally in these cups, you get 3 hours. And that's it. Look at the times on the right. 6 o'clock until 10 o'clock. That's 4 hours. Okay, 4 hours. That sounds great, right? It gets even better. Normally in these cups, you can only play a certain amount of matches. Maybe 5, maybe 10. Usually it's 10. This time, however, you can play as many games as you want. As many as you want. There's not a 10-game limit. You can play as many games as you can in 4 hours to get 75 points. That's why I'm saying everyone should be able to win these umbrellas and gliders. You need 75 points. You can play for 4 hours in your own rank, and you can play as many games as you want. So let's just take a look at that. Let's just say you're a very bad player and you can't get in a limb to save your life. However, what you can do is camp. You can camp anywhere that you can find a spot to hide. So surely, even the worst of the worst players can camp until the top 30. So if we take a look at that, top 30 would give us 10 points per game. If we camped every single game and only got 30th place every game, we'll get 10 points a game. That means you'll have to do 7 or 8 matches, get top 30 in all of those, and you'll get the glider. I'm telling you, everyone should be able to do this. You gotta find a good hiding spot, get at least 30th place, 8 matches in a row, and you're good to go. It's that easy. You've got 4 hours, and that's just one example. Let's say maybe you get, 10th place in one game. That's 21 points right there, just by camping it up and getting 10th place. So if you came in 51st through 75th place every single game for 4 hours straight, you'd have to play about 38 matches, which may not be doable. But chances are you're not going to come in 51st through 75th place every single match. And if you do, you might at least get a few eliminations along the way. So I'm just telling you, even though it sounds intimidating because it's in ranked, the amount of score you need, 75, is not bad at all. The amount of time they give you, 4 hours, is insane. You're going to be in your own ranked cup, which is great. And you can play as many matches as you want. Now, of course, for duos and squads, the scoring is a little different. You still get 65 a win, second place 56, but it goes down to 25th place, 2 points for that, 24th is 4. So check the scoring. It's a little different for squads and duos. I think though in duos and squads, it's going to be a little easier because obviously if you die in solos when you're camping, you're done. But in duos and squads, if you die, well, your team is still there. Potentially they could make a higher placement than you. So I 100% am a firm believer that everyone should be able to win this. 75 points, 4 hours, as many matches as you want. It's doable. This is not a hard cup. And then everything is exactly the same for the next cup from November 23rd until the 26th. Same scoring. Everything seems to be identical. So the last bit of advice I can give you here, if you're grinding ranked right now, I would stop, because the higher the rank that you are come 2 days from now, that's where you're going to be stuck in. Let's say you're in gold right now, I would 100% stop and not do any more, because then you'll be in the gold lobby, whereas if you grind, you may go up to platinum, you'll be in the harder cup. But let's say you're just focused on one of the game modes in ranked. For example, let's say you only like builds. Well, that means that your 0 build rank would probably be pretty bad. So for example, if you're diamond in builds and then you go to 0 build and you play a game and it gives you gold or silver rank, then I would focus on that for the cup. Because then you're going to be in a lower bracket. You're still good, you're still confident in your skills, but you're going to be in the lower bracket, if that makes sense. Now the bad part is you can't compete in both 0 build and build because they're at the same time. So you have to pick one or the other, at least for each category. So you could do 0 build for solos, but then do build for duos if you wanted. You can mix and match, you just can't do them at the same time, if that makes sense. So there you go. Based on all of this, I am fairly confident that even the worst of the worst player can camp it out and get 75 points in as many matches as you can do in 4 hours. I'm confident. I know I can do it. So if I can do it, you can do it. So don't be intimidated by the ranked cups. Everyone, provided you have the time to at least compete, should be able to get both of these gliders 100% free. And again, the dates are November 10th and November 24th. That's when they start. November 10th through the 12th, and then the 24th through the 26th. So there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like is always appreciated. And don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator code, which is tabortime.